right before you get drafted, you get $1 million for an endorsement deal.
And I spend it in one day.
How'd you do it?
Well, when you're young, you don't have a lot of business savvy. There's two words you forget about: FICA and sales tax. So I thought I was getting $1 million straight up, but you forget about those things. So really, I got about maybe like $600,000. So I go buy a $150,000 car. No negotiations. I don't know nothing about negotiations. Guy could have told me $200,000, I would have bought it. So I go and I get a black Mercedes, because that's what I always wanted. Black Mercedes and some nice wheels. Guy was like $150. Write the check. And I come home, my father's like, "That's nice, where's mine?" I was like, "You know what? You made me who I am, jump in." So we ride, told the guy I want another one, same one I got. So they go $300,000 right there. So we get home and my mom was like, "Oh, that's nice. I don't want one that big, I want a little one." Because I know I got more money coming in. So I'm just like, I just want to take care of this stuff now. So I go get my mom one. There's $500,000 right there. So now I got to get suits for the draft. I got to get jewelry. I got to get earrings. I got to buy the Alpine pull-out deck. So when I go to the club, I got it with me. I got to get the alarm that calls the beeper and the phone. So a couple of days later, I get a call from the bank, who was a family friend, the manager of the bank, and he called me and he said, "You know how to read bank statements?" I was like, "Yeah, I learned it in school." So as I was reading it, I was 80,000 in the hole, and I was looking, and I was real embarrassed. He was like, "I know you got more money coming in. I'm gonna just put this to the side for you." Then he touched my hand and said, "Son, I watched you play here at high school. You're bright. You're a smart young man. I don't want you to be like all these other athletes." So I said, "You know what? I got to get a financial advisor." So I met with a whole bunch of guys. So a lot of guys came in, they say you're gonna get $40 million on your first contract. You give me the $40 million, I can turn it into $200 million by the time you're 23. I was like, I don't like this guy. Another guy say the same thing. And then I met one little small, beautiful Jewish man who says, "I'm in the savings bonds. We're gonna put your money and, we're gonna start a subchapter S corporation from your family. So, all the stuff that you're doing, you can write it off." I was like, "You know what? Shalom. Baruch Hashem. I'm going with you, sir." And his name was Lester Nespon. I've been with him, and, he's like a father to me. Like every now and then, I'll get cute. Like one time, me and Tyson was in the Rolls Royce dealership, and Tyson bought 3, and I wasn't gonna buy 3, but I wasn't gonna let him outdo me, so I bought 2. $600,000 going down the drain. Hey, I had it, but Lester called me like, "Hey, gotta stop this." So he's been good to me. It was a right choice to make.
I mean, speaking of excess, which, I think when you were younger and playing in the NBA, you had probably a little more fun with that stuff. Did you really once have a fish tank in your Mercedes speakers?
Yes, I did.
Have your bodyguard replace with the fish that died daily?
I did. Because, we always used to have competitions on the team, or you could have the best car, best looking car, loudest car. So I was like, let me get a clear box with some fish in it. So we leave the house at 10:30. We buy 2 goldfish. We put them in there. We jam it all the way to practice. By the time we get to practice, the fish are in the bowl again. It didn't work. It didn't work as I would have liked it to.